This part fucking sucks.
YouTube, what is up? We are back with another day. We got some upper body press today, vertical press day. We're 3 sets deep already, so we're going to kind of rip from there. I just wanted to get the body moving and get cooking and spare you guys the boredom of showing some of the warm-ups. I've realized I've made YouTube videos where the first 3 sets are me using the bar. So nobody wants to see that. Nobody wants to see that. So we were outside. We were supposed to run some sprints. We didn't run sprints yesterday just because we were rushed for time and just all over the place. Yesterday's lift obviously wasn't the greatest. But started downpouring on us, bro, and hailing. It started. I thought I was like coming up with it in my head, but I was like, damn, I'm getting hit by something as I was like walking back. There's a slight decline sidewalk kind of right by the gym that I was going to run down and do some cool content there and get some decline sprints in, overspeed sprinting in. And yeah, I started getting pelted by hail, had to run back here, and then it really went hard. So just finished up hailing there. But it kind of turned into a cool superset. So I've been doing the overhead press with the vertical pull, with my shot puts, with the shoulder swings, and then in between all of that series, I'll hit a 30-yard sprint in here. So it's kind of a cool series. I'm just kind of sprinting, hit the upper body stuff, sprinting, hit the upper body stuff. We got one more sprint left, and then one more series of the upper body stuff, and then we still got to build up to an 8-rep max on the shoulder press. So that's kind of the story today. Let's get after it. Let's do it. Boom. So we're 3 sets deep into this. The first couple sets are way too light. I was trusting my athletes in using what they use. I kind of like using them as my test dummies, and I'll just kind of go over what they're doing. But they were kind of like ripping this for their kind of 8-rep max today. Silly. They were soft today. They were definitely soft. I'm gonna tell them they were soft yesterday because this is way too light. But we're 3 sets in. This still warm-up sets. We'll start ripping heavy probably after this set. But let's get it. I just watched back one of the videos of my shoulder press, and I understand these shorts are aggressively making me look caked up. They're one of my athlete's business brands. He just made them. He gave them to me to rep in a video, so I'm going to wear them in a video. Not purposely trying to be a hoe out here, but I mean, if it makes sales, it makes sales. But check out Isaac Ali's Ice Extreme shorts. They make you look caked up. There's your little ad, Isaac. Let's go. 8 reps here. Let's get it. All right, so we got some walk across pull-ups here. So we're gonna start on one side of the bar. We're gonna walk across to the other side of the bar, walk across to the other side of the bar, hit 2 pull-ups, walk across, hit 2 pull-ups. Really like this one to get our athletes hanging, get a lot of really good grip work in, get those shoulders nice and relaxed, get those shoulders moving side to side, get those hands working in kind of that hanging pattern. Again, I'm a really big fan of trying to find climbing substitutions if we obviously don't have a nice climbing wall like Piros has at their place. I think there's a lot you can do with a rack and a pull-up bar rather than just always straight doing pull-ups. I think a lot of athletes kind of get sick. So get a lot of hanging time done here. You get 4 weighted pull-ups done here, and you can obviously up the pull-ups if you want more pull-ups. You can decrease the pull-ups or increase the time under tension here as much as you want, but kind of ripping here, adding weight makes it really, really spicy. It's like a weighted climb. It's spicy. Let's get it. Woo. Nice, feeling great. Let's hit some shot puts and some shoulder circles and we get from there. All right, then our upper body power exercise of the day, just a shot put into the wall. Again, I like these med ball throws. Just opening yourselves up, get all jacked up, and you're throwing something, you get some ballistic type movement in. I think it's spicy. I think the athletes enjoy it. I think we should keep it in. Let's keep ripping. Then the last thing in the superset are these shoulder circles with these plates. So we're nice and relaxed here. Whole point, you get those arms hanging, nice and loosey-goosey. It can be like a mobility through strength type exercise. This one is really nice to warm up the shoulders for anything that you're doing. But I also think it's cool to prepare, and cool and important to prepare the shoulders for all the degrees of motion that they can train in. I think a lot of times we're kind of stuck in this motion specifically and stuck in this motion. I mean, sometimes we're doing like lateral motion, but you're kind of missing all the degrees of freedom that that shoulder has. And again, you don't need to be super specific with everything, but I think touching on certain aspects and strengthening certain aspects of the shoulder and ranges of motion that it can go is really important for a lot of things that we do in our sports. And I think a lot of times it's kind of neglected. And we kind of focus on the big things, like the big lifts, rather than some of these smaller things that you can do. It's super easy, right? I did these, my first set of shoulder presses when I was shoulder pressing felt pretty stiff. It felt kind of beat up. And then I did a set of these and it felt amazing. It literally felt like the mobility aspect of my shoulder. The next set was night and day difference. So it can definitely be used for a good warm-up exercise, but also I think it's a great mobility exercise and strengthening through the range of motion that the shoulder's capable of. So nice and relaxed here. We're just swinging back and forth here, getting some swinging in. Once you feel like the momentum's kind of going, you don't want to muscle this, right? It's not a big muscle exercise. It's just like the mace work. You want to let the weight hang and go through that range of motion for you. So you're swinging, and then you're going to start swinging up and through. Nice and relaxed here. And let it swing all the way down. Pick up speed as you get more comfortable with it. Like a backstroke. Just like that, feeling like money, gets the traps kind of pumping up, ready to go, and you're ready to shoulder press, shoulders feel pumped, let's go. And then we're just gonna rip our last sprint here, 5 total sprints, 30 yards apiece. Again, these were supposed to be done outdoors. I'm technically supposed to be done yesterday, but it's kind of all over the place yesterday, so we're gonna rip it today and get after it. Five 30-yard excels, let's go. One of the things that I realized in the videos is that a lot of it is just me doing the heavy weights. Like I kind of go like show one set of all the accessories or like quickly go through some of the accessory stuff that I do, and then it's like a lot of the heavyweight stuff. Part of that's because the heavyweight stuff is cool. It's what I'm good at. It's probably what sells the most. But I know there are people, it's like, well, you as the movement guy, as the agility guy, as the anti-bigger, faster, stronger guy, why are you only showing the bigger, faster, stronger parts of it? And that, as counterintuitive as it is, it kind of confirms exactly what I'm talking about. You don't have to spend all day doing the movement stuff. You don't have to spend 90% of your workout doing the club works and swinging your arms overhead with the plates that I was just doing, or crawling or rolling. The big needles are still gonna move your needle the most. Like the big rocks, your big lifts, your jumps, your sprints, but the basic stuff's still gonna move your power outputs, everything that you want the most, right? You still need to spend a lot of your time in the important stuff, in the basics, right? What I think, and this kind of just confirms the entire point of everything I'm talking about, it's like, you just need to sprinkle in the other stuff. It just needs to be 10% of your workout, right? You don't have to go full movement yogi. I know a lot of people just go full movement yogi, and then they're not moving the big needles, and they're just skinny, like they feel good, but they're just skinny, like scrawny versions of themselves that really can't produce the force that they want to produce, can't solve the movement problems that they want to solve, right? They're not actually increasing their outputs, they're not working on their CNS, they're not improving anything there, right? So I think you still need to spend most of your time on the big rocks, on the basics, and it confirms the point that you don't need to go full movement yogi. You just need to sprinkle some of the stuff in, and you're going to feel so much better by just sprinkling it in. Just touches here, touches of bending the spine. You don't have to go full spine bending. You don't have to go full crawl base. You don't have to go full gymnastics base. You don't have to go full the weird stuff that we do, right? Because we don't even do it. Again, it's 10 to 15% of our workouts, maybe 20%, maybe 25%, but still 75% of it is lifting heavy weights, jumping, sprinting, right? But I really do believe that 25% of working on the things that you're shit at, the 25% there really does move the needle, really does make a difference. But I just see so many camps, it's like they only do one thing, they only do the bigger, faster, strong stuff, and then they wear out, they burn out, they get beat up, or they only do the movement yogi stuff, and they never actually move a needle, and then nobody really finds that balance, right? There's a really nice balance there. I think a lot of your time should be spent on the big rocks, but that doesn't mean to neglect all of the other things that you can do and not to get overwhelmed. Again, just 10 to 15% of your program, just start there. Start with 10 to 15% with the movement-based stuff, And I guarantee your athletes are going to feel way better, move way better, and perform in their lifts way better because they're feeling and moving way better, right? So I think that kind of confirms the point that we're looking to confirm, which is that you don't have to spend all day doing the weird shit. With all that being said, let's lift some weights. Let's get it. Ooh, I almost tipped there. Holy shit, this got heavy quick. Come on. Ooh. Ooh. Got body there. That 10 made a big difference. Holy shit. Last rep here. Let's get it. Oh! Woo. Maximum fatigue levels. Overshot a little bit. I didn't think the 10s were going to make that big of a difference, but my God, the shoulders gassed out. Let's get to some of the push-up ISO stuff we got going and rip from there. Let's go. All right, then in our armor building series here, we got just 2-minute push-up ISO. I think push-up ISO is one of the most underrated shoulder, chest, upper body kind of mobility exercises. I know it's kind of like a strength exercise too, but for a lot of athletes that aren't able to really sit into their shoulders and sit into that deep stretch, I think it's one of the best ways to trick them into like, oh, you're training hard, you're doing all these tough things, when really it's just like a hip flexor stretch for the chest, right? Like nothing different than like trying to get them to stretch their hip flexors. They're not gonna do it, but if you try to tell them it's an ISO, they'll go and do it. So I think it's really good for the shoulder mobility, obviously shoulder strength, and some of the armor building for the upper body. So 2 minutes here, let's rip. Woo! Holy shit, man. Feeling good. I really like the point of ISOs where when you push into failure, you're seeing what is the first part of your body that breaks down, right? So when I was going there, the first part of my body that broke down was actually my lower back, right? Like before I have lower back issues, right? And I think where your body starts to break down first in a lot of these long duration things is probably where you should spend a little bit more time. And a lot of times just exposes some of the things, right? So that like just ability to brace and hold that position at the bottom. Obviously the chest, hands, upper body are working the most, but still that lower back fatigue is like the chink in the armor, right? So I think that's a lot of the cool things that you can find, especially when you get into like lunge ISOs. You'll see, is it your foot? Is it your calf? Is it your quad? Is it your hamstring? Is it your glute? Like what's the first thing fatiguing? And I think a lot of times I can tell you a lot about what you need to work and where your kind of chinks in the armor are, right? Man, feeling good though. That felt the post ISO clarity is a great feeling, and we're chilling in that right now. So we got some handstands, and we got a hip stretch. I'm blanking a half pigeon stretch that we did this morning, but it's money, so I'll show you the guys it and rip from there. Let's get it. All right, so ran this one this morning, but it's money, and I need more of it, so we're gonna hit a 2-minute stretch here. Half pigeon here on the bench. The only difference is we're reaching up and across and twisting into this half pigeon, right? Absolute money, feels great. I can't remember who I stole this from on Instagram, but somebody posted like add or make sure you're twisted your pigeons, and it's feels amazing. So we're gonna rip it. Let's go. Woo! That's good. Out of that little rack twist at the end, out of nowhere, that felt money. Oh, let's get it. Let's get to these handstand walks, and then we got some shrugs, some curls, some lateral raises. What's the other thing? And some side bends. We did our side bends this morning too, but we'll show you guys those just because we're such a good person. Let's go. Then we are gonna rip handstand rainbows. So we're gonna start our feet on one side, walk our feet all the way over. Windshield wipers, handstand windshield wipers, another term for this. Kind of just made these up on the spot. They're probably a thing in gymnastics or not. I don't really know, but they're kind of cool. I just like finding different variations to get my athletes in that handstand position, continue to build up that kind of vertical pressing position. I think it's an important one to have. Not necessarily to master the handstand. I just think a handstand's a cool way to kind of work on some of these things, and this is a cool variation. So let's get it. Spicy, spicy. We'll hit one more set of those, and then we got, I think, ladder raises next. Let's go get it. All right, we're gonna start with these side bends here. We got 3 sets of 8, ripping them. Last set here, we ripped them this morning, but they're feeling good. I like pairing these with that half pigeon. I think it helps open up the hips just a little bit more before you get into them. But we're gonna stack our feet here, and then I got my dumbbell in the wrong hand here. Stack our feet. Oh, I'm falling all over the place. Stack the feet, pin this back hip back here, and then we're gonna lean away, pushing that hip into that side. We got 8 of these. Oh, feels like absolute money. Go nice and slow here, feeling that stretch. Ooh, just like that. Rip it. Big common mistake you see, guys going too heavy. That's probably right at the edge or too heavy, but I'm still staying sideways. A lot of times guys, when they do these, this turns into like this forward fold to try and like get more depth. It's not necessarily about how low you go. You want to go low, but you want to go low laterally, right? You don't want to come back into this deadlift position, turn it into like a flexion extension type exercise. You want to stay in that lateral bending type position, and you see a lot of guys just go way too heavy, be able to handle that, and kind of eliminates the point. So we're gonna eliminate stack here, go to the other side, right up in there, come in there. It's kind of cool. I just kind of felt this here, but if you go, you can almost overload this to where you side bend there, and then you have something to pull up against on the way back up. Boom, just like that. Now we're gonna get to, might possibly be the dirtiest trap shoulder banger of all time, and it's gonna suck. I've been delaying this one. Let's get it. So the start of this trap shoulder destruction, might have to come up with a cool name for it, like the back attack, the DeFranco back attack. But we got 25 lateral raises. After 25 lateral raises, we're gonna drop weight. We got a minute hold at the top. Absolutely spicy. Doesn't sound that bad, but dude, the first set absolutely ripped me up. So we're gonna shut up and rip. Ooh, just the primer for the actual barn burner part of this, which is the 1 minute old, holding at the top. Dude, you wanna think it's as bad as it is, but these isometric holds, dude, will spice you up. Let's go, nice and light. Again, another cool way to get a lot of really good stimulus into the shoulders, into the traps, into the neck, without having to like just totally crush yourself. It's not the worst thing in the world to always just crush yourself, but probably don't want to be doing it all the time, right? Sometimes crush yourself, but I think there's a lot of better ways to do it, especially if you are a more beat up athlete. I don't feel too beat up right now, but if you are a contact sport athlete that is beat up all the time, you can do a lot of cool things with light weights. Oh my God, I'm just talking to fucking survive. Trying to get nice and long here. Oh my God, 10 seconds. Woo! Oh, yeah. Second set was actually easier than the first one, but oh my God, that spiced me up. Now we got the traps. Same thing with the traps. 25 shrugs into 1 minute hold. This is probably a little bit too heavy for my 1 minute hold. During the first set, I got absolutely wrecked by this, but felt good after. So we're gonna rip it, even if it's not gonna be the best range of motion. Let's go. Oof. This part fucking sucks. Doesn't feel or probably look like the range of motion is that crazy, but this driving those straps up is freaking brutal. God. Holy crap, that is the ultimate trap destroyer. It feels freaking amazing. Oh, the best pump in a good way. Shoulders feel really free, traps feel really pumped. Nothing better than that. We got reverse curls, and I think we're out of here. Let's go. Then we're gonna finish up with these reverse curls. First 2 sets, we're done with the easy bar, but like the attention whore that I am, we're gonna finish up with a barbell to make it look like I was just being a monster the whole time. Not really sure if we can actually do this, but we're gonna see how many reps we can get and go from there. But these felt money with the easy bar, keeping that grip, rotating through. Let's go. Oh, not a great start. Let's go. Give me at least 8. Oh, that was shitty, but we'll get it. Ooh. Yeah, those are spicy. Probably a little too spicy with this barbell. Felt really money with the easy bar. We're hitting sets at, we got 25, 15, and now apparently 8 with this barbell, but still feels good. Let's get it. Come on. Grip is weak right now. Come on. Come on. Come on. Oh my. Come on. There we go. Sometimes you just got a meathead. Felt good on the first 2 sets. Went a little too aggressive on that 3rd set, but we're feeling good. Today was a good day. Little bounce back from yesterday's just poopy workout. Again, wasn't the worst thing in the world, but just didn't get the numbers that I would like. And we're gonna rape it tomorrow. Probably hit more jumps tomorrow. Maybe touch on a little bit of max velo. We did more accelerations today, but maybe touch on max velo today, depending on time. And then we got no, I lied. Tomorrow is with Mark, so we'll be with Mark Amick tomorrow and doing whatever he wants to do tomorrow. So we'll kind of rip with him with the force plates and probably timers tomorrow and see all the cool toys that he has. So we're up from there. Appreciate you guys watching. Appreciate you guys supporting. I really want to make this YouTube channel alive. I want to make it a community. I want to make it a little bit more real than Instagram and some of the short form stuff. So if you guys have any questions, if you have any feedback, if you just want to say, hey, you sounded like an idiot here, you sounded smart here, I would love any comments. I don't need an algo boosting comment. I hate the algo boosting stuff. I just want to talk to real people and make this a real thing rather than like Instagram or podcasts. We're just kind of posting to the world and there's not a lot of back and forth. So if you have any questions, if you want me to cover any subjects, if you want me to do any cool lifts, let me know in the comments and I'll kind of go from there. But appreciate you guys watching, appreciate you guys reaching this point. Keep chopping wood, let's go.